to my very first actual sit down plan with me. I have never done this camera setup, and I basically have one chance to do a plan with me for this week, obviously. If it's not great, I will try again next week. I mean, I'll probably try again anyway, but just so you know, if the lighting isn't just right, if it's not zoomed in enough, I will obviously know that for next time. So right now I'm in the Erin Condren Petite Planner, and apparently I have some stuff on my planner. But right now I'm just keeping one little book in here. I have mentioned in previous videos that I don't like the way the planner flops around, so I just kind of keep it in here. But I am going to pull it out of here to plan today just because it'll be a little easier. I typically do not take it out of here to plan. I'm strictly doing this because I think it'll give you a better view. So, as you can see, I've been using this on a regular basis, and we are coming into June. So I like to just go ahead and fold back the spine a little. And see, as you can see, now I haven't been carrying this around nearly as much as normal because of the quarantine. So there is that factor. However, as you can see, it has held up pretty well. So I am just gonna go ahead and get started. So what I always like to start with are numbering. I put my times down. These, I used the Planner Kate. She specifically makes these for this purpose. Now I'm hoping I can do this without putting my head in the view and still get it straight. I am probably the worst stickerer as far as getting things straight. So just putting that out there ahead of time. Now I just use these on Monday through Friday. I was at first using these on the weekend too, and then I realized I really didn't need it. So I just go through and put these down on Monday through Friday. And whoops, see, that's incredibly crooked. I love that her stickers just peel right back up. Super simple. So I always start with this, even though I did pull out some washi. I don't always use washi, but I did pull out some super cute washi. Look at this. I did pull this out because I might use some, but I always do this first. I always just like to do this because it's quick, but also I can't really write anything in until I have this, at least for the timed appointments. And as you saw, as I was flipping through, I had some little sticky notes in there. Now, normally I would do these probably like a week ago. I would have stuck these in, but I waited to do it for this intentionally for this video. I can't even speak this morning. So it is pretty early in the morning for me to be doing this. It's Friday morning and I want to get this done before I start work. So I did pull out these, also Planner Kate sized for this. I'm not 100% sure if I will be using those, but I think that the next thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and take a look at the weather. And so I'm just going to pull up the weather on my phone, and I'm going to set this here. And then I just like to go ahead and write it in up here. Now I was gonna do pink for my color for the week, like a pink and green, because there was green on here. So I think I'm just gonna write the weather in pink. So let's see, Monday. And I saw this debate in one of the groups I'm in that was saying, do you write the high on top and the low on bottom, or vice versa? And I've always just written the high on top, the low on bottom, because honestly, that's how the weather report does it. Sorry. So I've kind of just copied them. Wednesday, 87. So last week it rained every single day. That was in our forecast. It does look like there's some overcast, or cloudy days coming this next week, but I'm happy to see there is no rain, which is great. We recently planted a lemon tree and we're in South Carolina, so it's not a popular thing to grow here. It's not southern enough. Oh, I forgot to do the weekends. So the weekends I just stick up here because there's no hexagon. Anyway, we're not really southern enough, but I saw some people upstate, an orchard, had planted a bunch of citrus trees, including some Meyer lemons. So we decided to try one. However, they don't love a lot of rain. So, yeah. I am just gonna go ahead and stick this down. This is a Chrissy Ann Design sticker. And because it's gonna rain that day, and then this one, I don't have another one of those, which yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back. So every Monday I weigh myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this here. And I don't write my weight in here, I just write how many pounds I lost. So there's that. So the way I use these categories for myself, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I did have morning coffee already. I just split these categories into a couple different functions. So I always put work on top. Now, if I have a day off, I sometimes will put another category in there, or sometimes we'll just leave one of these blank. But I'm not anticipating any days off next week. I'm just gonna go ahead and put those all in here. I need to take a quick look at a meeting schedule on my computer. I'm not sure why this is, okay. No. Don't you hate it when you try to do something online and it doesn't do what you want? Okay. So, I do have a meeting on Monday. It's at 10:30. So usually, in that case, it's gonna run from 10:30 to like 11:30 or noon. And so, I just pulled out a few stickers. I am not sure. So obviously I could use one of these planner Kate stickers that are sized perfectly for these lines. However, that's really not going to work in this situation because it's not fitting right to a line. But I do have these leftover little pink stickers. So I think I am just gonna, which one of these would fit like a 10:30? Right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and hopefully my head's not in this. I haven't even brushed my hair today, not kidding. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put in this sales meeting. You know what? Yeah, I guess I'll just use this. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick that down. So as you can see, I'm just gonna kind of stick it randomly. I'd like it to be a little straighter than that. I told you I'm the world's worst sticker, and I didn't even think to, I usually use tweezers for some of this stuff, especially right now because I'm trying to keep my head out of it. So I didn't even think to bring them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and write 10:30 on here just so I remember. And so what I'm not gonna do probably right now on camera is write out all the tasks for work and whatnot, but so I only have script stickers for that, so I do sometimes use those for that, but not always. But I do just handwrite the other ones in, and I'm debating whether I want to do it in the pink, which I don't know if that will show up, but I didn't think to pull out all the other sheets, and so I don't think, so I think I'm just gonna try to write it in the pink and hopefully it shows up good enough. So I have 2 side jobs currently. And one of them is I'm an adjunct instructor, and the other one is that I'm contributing to a textbook, but both of those are related to sociology. So here I used to write the abbreviation for the college I taught at, but since I picked up this second job, I now just write sociology. And then in this one, I just put home. So this is the stuff I do at home or personal goal type stuff. So let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and write these out to get that done with. Sometimes I get confused and end up writing them in the wrong order. Not that they have to be in a certain order, but then it just makes it easier to glance at when I'm flipping through or when I look at this in the morning. So the way I typically do this is kind of do a little bit of pre-planning, and then the morning of I will sit down and fill in a lot of the to-do stuff. I do the pre-planning for timed stuff or must-dos or due dates. By the way, these little sticky notes are absolutely adorable. They're from Sweet Kawaii Design Collection that Michael sold. They're so adorable, but they really don't stick. It's kind of annoying, but they're so cute. I had to use them. I just wish they stuck better. Oh, see, now I'm starting to write the word work. I guess I'm gonna use one of these just because that will bother me that's home. I don't normally talk and plan at the same time. I clearly need to focus better because I just randomly started writing something. That's okay, covered up my mistake. And so see, yeah, you could use stickers on some of them, not on some. I don't use them on every one every day because I feel like you'd get that annoying sticker bump in the book. All right, so back to Monday. I already stuck that in. I have this, and then I'm gonna look at, so Tuesday, I have physical therapy at 4, and I have a must-do here. So I usually try to find something. I could use this little box. It says college in it, but oh, I forgot I had that weekend sticker. I definitely want to use that. I'm just gonna use a little pink. I'm gonna put this in here. And verify. So this is the beginning of the summer semester and I have to verify that all my students attended. So that is a must do. Have to do that night. It's technically due by 9 a.m. the next morning, but I always do it that night. So then on Thursday I have physical therapy again, and I also have this lunch, this lunch meeting, and I'm not sure. So this place has outdoor dining and somebody asked me to meet up. I'm not sure. I feel totally comfortable meeting up outside right now, especially since this particular person works from home. So I think that it's okay, but I'm still a little nervous. All right, so 11:30 lunch. I just realized I was still writing in this pen. Well, that's okay. I will tell you, I love to use, this is a Pilot G2. I like this, the Sarasa, and the Tool. I use all of them religiously. Also like the Energel. Pretty much like all of the gel pens that are kind of like this. I really do like. So I'm just gonna say with Michelle. I don't need to write down where it is, I don't think, because I'm pretty sure I'll remember that. I would normally write down where it is, but I wrote with this stupid pen, with this flare pen, and it's too big now. So I'm just gonna double check all the other days. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stick down that weekend banner. As you can tell, I still haven't used any washi, so I think I am gonna go ahead and use this here because it's so super duper cute. That's right to the end. I have a handy little card here to flip it off. That looks so cute. All right, and then I am just gonna stick this. This is a Christiane design weekend sticker. I don't know. I think I am just gonna put it here. Doesn't really show up very well, but that's okay. I do also just kind of like to go through my stickers. Sometimes it reminds me of something, like there's a gas sticker here. I don't need to get gas next week, but it does sometimes remind me of something I need to do or include. like I said, I only pulled out a couple sheets of stickers this week because I had a lot of other stuff. So what I would normally do, yeah, I don't think there's nothing else here really. What I would normally do is go grab my deluxe planner, which I should have brought it with me both of them. All right, sorry about that. So as shown in my other video, I have my class set up in here. So what I really do like to do is just kind of take a look at this and see what I need to do that's on here. Let's see. So we're just going into June. Just gonna go ahead and flip to June. I got verify roster on here, and then I don't think, let's see, 5. All right, so I might as well just stick with using this pen now that I've used it everywhere else. So I'm gonna put a task in here. Now these don't have categories, so I generally just write what it is, and if obviously I'm gonna know that what I'm updating grades for. So I just put that in there. And other than that, I, on a daily basis, and I will write this in because I like to check it off once I do it, but I, on a daily basis, check my email for all my jobs, obviously. So I do email, email, email. And yes, I switched to the black pen. I just couldn't take it. Email. I hope y'all can still see what I'm doing. I realized I moved a bit. And then email. And I know this seems really silly to do this, especially since I do it every day. And I do it multiple times a day. That's the thing. Like when I'm working, I have my email open, so I'm checking it continuously. But also reminds me to be sure to like clear out any, you know, to reduce. I don't like to have a big full email box. And I know actually for my college email, I need to go through that because there's a lot of administrative emails that go out and I have too many. So I don't think I have any, sorry about that. I just like to really quickly check. I don't think I have any birthdays in June that I know of, so I don't have anything down for that. So I also have, the other thing I incorporate right now, and I will tell you that I do have another planner that I'm working on setting up that starts in July. That I'm also going to be incorporating as a way to get myself better organized with my personal goals and the additional job and the YouTube channel. But the other thing I do is take a look at my bills, and I've already actually mailed the rent. So I just have here when the bill is due. I just look at that to make sure there's nothing coming out that week. I also do not have a payday during this week. So all of the basics are down there. I do like to journal every day, and I was writing that daily, but lately I've not been feeling it and it kind of feels forced. So I have not been putting it in my planner because I don't want to force myself to do it and end up hating it. So one thing I definitely need to work on doing is editing. So I wrote, pardon me. I wrote a first draft of a novel, a thriller, and I finished that draft in November, and I have been incredibly slack about editing this book. So I definitely need to edit. And I'm actually going to put it on one of these because I do want to draw attention to it, like, hey, you should probably get this done. I don't know that it matters what color the sticker is. And see, now I'm putting this under my home list because it doesn't have to do with one of my jobs. but I'm gonna say 2 chapters. I need to get that done. And I'm actually gonna put that on another day too. I'm gonna commit to doing that 2 days next week. I wanna see myself do that for 2 days next week. I've already ordered a cover. I'm gonna self-publish this book. So I've already ordered a cover design. I have to get this edited so that once I get the cover, I can put everything together, format, edit to chapters. Yeah, I just really need to get that done. I go ahead and stick this down. Now, I personally don't usually in my planner use home for major, or not major, but minor, like laundry and yada yada, unless it's something I really need to get done that day. I just don't, unless I really just need to feel productive. Sometimes we all have those days where I feel like nothing's getting done, and sometimes I just need to feel like I did something, and so I will write down things that I know I have to do anyway. But I don't on a weekly basis write those chores. However, I do write special things. So if I were gonna clean out the car, or if I wanted to mop the entire downstairs, or scrub out the tub. And one of the things I do want to work on doing is cleaning all of our windows, because I've noticed that some of them are looking pretty bad. And we just moved in here like a month ago, so it's not us. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that on Monday. Because it's supposed to be sunny, I'm gonna clean the front windows. Yeah. So that is all. Oh, and I do sometimes like to highlight this week or whatever, but I didn't grab a highlighter, so just underline what week I'm in and Sunday. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to do a little zoom in so you can get a better look. There isn't a lot to look at right now, and I realize that. I don't write, I mean, this is really, I consider this very functional planning. I do sometimes use more cute little decorative stickers, but for some reason, I'm not finding, oh, I do have this little cute, I can use this. This will be adorable. Put this little guy next to this meeting because it is a virtual meeting. Anyway, so yeah, I use mine for purely functional. It's not a decorative planner. I do like cute little stickers and whatnot, but really this is for me to know what I'm doing that day, where I need to be, and what things I absolutely need to do. So like I said, I fill these out that morning, or I mean, if I know ahead of time, of course, like verify roster, I'm gonna put that in there. But I pretty much really use these, yeah, as the day goes. And I'll just show you a quick, maybe I'll do a quick little flash through. You can see where I skipped a few days back here, but for the most part, I do this one. And you can see I highlighted what I did. Sometimes I highlight, sometimes I check off, sometimes, you know, just whatever it might be. And that is it. See, I do use some little stickers sometimes. Oh, and this was prior to me realizing, yeah, right here, is when I decided to do the weather. Before that, I would write like a special note, or at one point, I think it was in the old planner, I was writing my dinner plans. So the one thing I have not been utilizing in this planner is the monthly. I don't love it, and I don't use it really. So I hope to do better with the daily duo, because I would really like to make use of that. Now this has been 24 minutes and I did a whole lot of nothing. So you both basically just sat here and listened to me run my mouth. Anyway, thank you for watching, and yeah, see ya.